Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's 4:17, 27, 28 seconds. Just going to do a quick video to test some equipment and hopefully everything's working fine. We got 15-minute review, and I just want to talk about a couple things that are happening in um, in the world today, and hopefully give you guys some insights. So, the first thing for us to recognize is that COVID 19 is still happening. 2020, August 1st, 2020, we still have uh, a COVID 19, or as some people refer to the virus, the sickness happening today. And I'm not sure uh, what to really think about that. There's a UFC fight today. It's trending in Vegas. UFC 5. Who's fighting today? Is the not going to be very super informative today, but I did just want to try to get something on the airwaves today to see if this equipment is working properly, and it is. And as you can see here, we got the essentially the UFC fight night today on the main card. We got Brunson and Shabazvan, Shabazvian, Shabazian, Calderwood, and Maia. I actually don't know really any of these fighters. I follow MMA a little bit, not a lot. Well, I watch all the fights, but so it looks like a lot of these guys are either up and comers or guys that started in the sport before I was involved. But anyway, I may watch it. I know Brunson has a pretty interesting past, so I'll probably watch that. That's the one fighter I know. So that's what's happening tonight. And then what I really wanted to say today is that we need to really do some research. There's a lot of crazy, weird things happening in the world, and it's important that people start reading things like the Panama Papers. Apparently, there's thousands of pages. I've read a few of them, but I don't know if it's 5,000, 10,000, 1,000 pages, something insane. And I was just watching this documentary about the spider web of England's second empire. And once England's first empire sort of it wasn't necessarily, well, was dismantled in the way that it was formed from the beginning, what they did to secure power around the world and control was they sent out their, we'll call them bankers and investors, and put them in places to control other parts of the world. And there's a whole, that's a whole conversation in itself. That in that in conjunction with, or in including the the Nazis that left Germany after they were conquered and went to various places. If you go anywhere around the world, you're going to see, like for instance, I was in, well, in Puerto Rico was a very simple example. That's not too far away, but there are quite a few German last names with Puerto Ricans, which at the time, I was younger in my early 20s. I didn't really know what that meant. I just knew that it was odd. And a lot of those people in Puerto Rico were in significantly high positions, whether they be positions of wealth or positions of power. And I also remember, and I think I talked about this on another video. I remember the there are certain areas in Puerto Rico where the locals were not allowed to go, which as a younger kid, I found that to be shocking. And we actually got to go into those neighborhoods, or at least into one or two of those neighborhoods, and the people in the neighborhoods were not, let's say, like the locals. So just a little off subject. Why is Lisa Bonet trending today in your? Uh oh. Oh, I guess one of her boyfriends. She sent one of her men. Oh, Lenny Kravitz said, "Happy birthday to Jason. One family, one love." And then he credited the photographer. So people are kind of tripping out that Lenny Kravitz has enough personal security to actually send a happy birthday out to Lisa Bonet's current man, which is pretty good. Anyway, looks like everything's working good. So I'm gonna put together some interesting stuff for you guys in the future. All the things that I talk to my friends about that they look at me like I'm insane, but all these things will be verified, and I think it'll be good for people to get an understanding from a person from a different perspective that's not, let's say, famous or um, under the influence of someone outside of or within, under the influence of someone within the power structure at, right now. And I think that if you listen to a lot of people that are doing podcasts right now, they got a lot. They have just simple influences of having to deal with um, managing their huge empires. So, if you buy a $25 million house, I don't know if any of them have that. Let's say $5 million house or $10 million house, and you don't buy it in cash, and you're making monthly payments, you're gonna curtail your expression a little bit to make sure that the train doesn't derail. So I don't have a $25 million house, so I don't have that issue. Um, so anyway, the I think it'll be good. Just rambling today. I would like to know what people think about this. Oh, you know what? One of the things that I think is really important that people should be paying attention to, and it just occurred to me the other day when the the papers and the news outlets were saying that there was a coin shortage, and I mean, there's been a coin shortage for a while, and it's hard to say for me for whatever reason. Coin shortage, and I think that so let it be a conspiracy, but I believe that, well, first of all, there is truth in the fact that people want to the powers that be want to eliminate cash. Now, it's so funny that a lot of them, well, maybe not the ones that are existing today that actually have the old wealth, because the old wealth, for the most part, was passed down. Um, they would have you not believe that, but that's most likely for the $50 trillion that's held offshore. That's right, $50 trillion that's held offshore in hidden and secret accounts. Um, and that's probably more than 50 trillion. That's just an estimation. And usually, when people do estimates, especially when it comes to money, um, that if they're making those types of estimates, they're attaching it to things that they can kind of quantify. And if if they can quantify it based on whatever attachments they're able to imagine, imagine what they don't even know about. Dick Gregory made a statement one time about how much money one of the queens, I'll say, in the world makes in interest. So if you could find that quote, just take a look at it and think about that for a moment, because if you look at this particular queen's total wealth in terms of what they're designating online, it's kind of a joke. But um, back to the coins, the people, the powers that be, want to eliminate money. And so what happens when you want to eliminate money and the people get wind of the fact that you want to eliminate money, then they're going to start the regular people, the populace, they're going to start hoarding the money, or at least start they're going to start saving it, putting it aside, hiding it. And this is done in a very smart way by telling the population that there's a coin shortage, so please bring in your coins so we can replenish um, the coffers, if you will, with coins, so we don't have any issues. But ultimately, nobody really uses coins. You know, you don't use coins very often, and when you get them, you kind of have a bit of disdain. But here's the thing: if you don't have coins, and all the money that is traded digitally, then you have lost your control. So if you want to give up all your coins, that's fine. You better figure out another way to trade and barter, because the last thing you want is some weakling who has had money passed down for generations. And what I mean by weakling, I mean a person, if you put him in a group of 100 average people and he had to fight his way out, he probably would be one of the first people to not make it. So you don't want that type of person, because that's a person leading with a huge amount of insecurity. You don't want that person in charge, because his whole day, every day he wakes up in the morning, he's thinking about insecurity and and the possibility of being put in a situation where he has to fend for himself physically. So it's like it's like having the smallest, the runt dog amongst other dogs. They are constantly fighting and being aggressive because they feel threatened. And these are the types of people I think we have at the top rungs of society, running running the show. Those people are telling you to bring your coins in because they want to kill cash. They want to get rid of cash, so you don't have any means of independence. And with no means of independence, when they decide they want to shift the amount of money put into the system, which they're already doing digitally, when they want to starve you, they can decide not to release any digital coins today. And therefore, you people out there, you peasants, you do what we tell you, or else you get no coins and you get no food. So, anyway, you might want to think about it before you start giving up your coins, or at least keep a few coins for barter and trade during the apocalypse. Oh man! All right, that's it for today. We'll do some more next week. I'll be a little more prepared next time. I just wanted to see the stuff takes so long to set up. Looks like it's working fine. We got actually, I wanted to see one more thing. Let's see here. Let me see if I can make this. Hold on 1 second. Make this. What is that? Maybe I'm gonna do it like that. It's too. Uh huh. Well, we don't. This one is showing an ad. Hey, the person. Um. Oh, what is this happening? Oh, there it is. I wonder what everybody's doing out there today. What's happening? I just got an Uber offer twice. This is 2 times. I haven't used Uber in a long time. Maybe like a couple weeks, and now I'm getting some kind of Uber coupon. It says $30 off your first order. Food food delivery using Uber account promo code. And so I don't know. I'm sure Uber's having a hard time. This is what I'm having a hard time understanding about this whole shutdown is everybody is getting devastated by this. Although companies like Uber, they're just running off of your cash. They're running off of your stock money, the money that you are. I mean, this really is a system of kings and peasants because they literally tell the peasants, "Hey, I got this big company, and this big company is destroying everything that creates your independence. But why don't you invest in this big company, and we'll maybe make you rich. Maybe you'll possibly get rich." Okay, so let me check out this video here. So, can I make the sound follow the video? Black still picture off duration. Let's see. Nope. Oh, bees. On. So I guess nope, can't hear any sound. I followed this guy. He's a pilot. It's pretty cool. So I got to figure this out. I don't know how to make this sound work for the post, but I'll have to do that. And looks like I still got some latency in sound, so I don't know if that's happening. Oh, I gotta go. But all right, we'll talk later.